welcome back to the Berg Podcast. Thanks for joining me today. With me today is Dan.
Hey, everybody.
And Ford.
Hey, how's it going?
And this morning we're talking about Uber.
Yeah, we're talking about
Uber. We got a few things on.
We got a few things on our mind.
On our minds here, and Ford's got some recent Uber experience.
Yeah. It's a great service if it works. When it works correctly.
Yeah.
And like it's a crazy thing because they make it sound like it works everywhere. They make it sound like it's good for the drivers, which then you talk to the drivers and you're not so sure about. But the new thing is this bait and switch thing, which, maybe it's an inflationary thing, but, there's a base product that they offer. And usually it takes a little longer to get a ride, maybe. But they give you a projection of how long it's going to take. Like it's going to be 7 minutes till you can find a drive, right?
Yeah.
So you pick the product because you have 5 minutes to wait. Then magically, nobody's available. But if you will upgrade to a more expensive item, then they'll be able to find you a driver. It's like, that's bait and switch. That's literally like an illegal business tactic.
Well, and they show you the little cars moving around. Like, oh, look, there's one that's like 7 minutes away. But as soon as but then they have to search for a driver.
Scatter. Right. So, or they say there's plenty of drivers in your area, or they say, it's a busy time right now.
Yeah. So Ford, I have two for you.
Okay.
So the first one is I went to the PGA Championship with Tim Rafter and Archie and Terry. So three guys we know from that each have their own business in a different field. And I went down and Tim said, so we're going to park at Barnaby's in Westchester or in Havertown. And then his wife drove us to the place where you catch the bus. And I'm like, okay. And I'm on the phone right until I get out of the truck. And then I'm like, I know where I left my truck, but I don't know where the bus went. Like later, because I know that I'm going to have to leave earlier than them. And Tim stayed, he may have stayed 2 days. I don't know. Tim was there a while. And so I get back and first at the championship of all things that they could have put in, a service was not one of them. Your phone just outright died. It just went to, in a best case scenario, you had SOS. And then all of a sudden it would work. So you couldn't look for anything. And that continued on the bus. So I'm taking the bus back and the phone won't work. And I'm with another guy who's already late for a practice he has to be at, that he's the coach in Jersey. And you can't get an Uber because your phone won't work. So finally, we get to a spot and all of a sudden my phone starts to work. And Ford had said exactly that. I've never seen it before. It was like, first the price of the surcharge, or what do you call that? The surge.
Yeah.
The surge pricing at the PGA Championship was outrageous. And so, but it said if you want, Uber X is available and it's just me. So I don't need anything. Cheap Uber's available. It can be there in 47 minutes. And I'm like, 47 minutes? I got to have the girls in the car in 47 minutes. And then if I pay more, then it can be there in 10 minutes. And I'm like, all right, this is still bad, but I'll do it, Ford. So I do it. And then I call the guy because I'm like, you are not moving. You continue to be, it actually says you're now 12 minutes away. And he was like, yeah, the traffic is really bad. So I walked to his car. I walked out of the area to get to somewhere that I could get him. And then the Uber guy drove right back into the traffic.
Nice.
Yeah.
His GPS took him right back to where.
I was like, this can't be right. That's where I came from. You don't want to go there. And he was a nice guy. And Ford, same thing. He was like, there was a bonus because of the PGA. But he said it didn't show up, and normally it shows up. And they said, "Oh, don't worry, you'll get it at the end." And I was like, "Oh boy, Ford, how much do we deal with this every single day?" Yeah. Don't worry, guy.
Don't worry.
I'll get it in. Just do the work, and then you'll get it.
Then we'll get the boat. Yeah,
we'll give you the change order. Just do the work, then we'll sign the change order.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but then you find we've been having this issue too, where areas they don't have Uber, so people come from out of town to be the Uber driver there because I guess again they'll give them a bonus for it. But the people don't know the area; they're following the GPS. They have no idea where they're going. Literally, we had one yesterday where the guy literally was going in circles because he couldn't figure out how to make it to where the drop off point was, and he's like, well, I'm actually not from here, but there's a bonus. Just no, the bait and switch thing, which, part of the inflation, the whole deal, but it's just such a sad story we were talking about. So I had to buy a bag of ice. It used to be 10-pound bags of ice, right?
3 pounds.
Or whatever. Then it was 8 pounds or whatever it is. Now it's down to 7 pounds. So the price is staying the same. They're just giving you
less ice.
Yeah. We were talking about this the other day. Brian, I made some joke to Brian about it was insurance for it.
Yeah.
I said the insurance probably doesn't go up as much, but we only have 10-month cycles now.
It'll give you fewer months of coverage for the same price.
We only raised it 15%, but you only get 10 months of coverage. So yeah.
No, these new sodas, they're like skinny sodas, they're like whatever, 14 ounces or something like.
Yep.
Or whatever the drinks
everything's getting.
Yeah, ice now is like he said, like it's like the 5 pound is 3 and the 10 is like 7 or something.
It's funny. Everything's getting smaller except my waistline.
Yeah.
Like,
that is.
Because the crap they're putting inside of it's even worse.
Yeah.
Would they say something the other day that the Reese's cups or something don't even have chocolate or peanut butter in them? Like,
oh my gosh, are you serious? No.
There was something out there, great in the internet, but it was something saying that like literally there's that much like chocolate.
There's no cocoa and no peanut butter.
This sounds like something Tamara and Aaron would tell both of us.
Aaron told me all about the microplastics.
Oh yeah, don't even get her started on microplastics.
I know. I was like, look, I need drinks, and they had to be in the car.
Yeah,
so
I challenge you to watch the video she had me watch. I was unsuspecting of what I was going to see because it was a doctor talking.
Okay.
And it went from a doctor talking to the video I saw in 7th grade about sex ed in New Jersey. Now, this is not Lancaster County. I don't know what sex ed in Lancaster County looks like, but sex ed in the late 80s, early 90s in New Jersey, it was very graphic. I might as well have been in the delivery room on the wrong end of the table. That's what I saw in 7th grade, and that's what happened again. And I was like, "What? I'm never trusting you again with this. Yeah. This is worse than that time Ford. She gave me duck heart and told me it was a steak." Ford, I had another. Oh, go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I had a similar experience in Vancouver trying to get an Uber. So I guess Vancouver, I didn't know this, but Vancouver apparently is like one of those places that's just known for how terrible the traffic is. And so I had a rental car. But the rental place wasn't at the airport, and the shuttle dropped me off at the wrong hotel. So there's two I don't know, it's like Radisson or something like that. There's like a Radisson Blue and a Radisson
East and Radisson West or something. Huh?
And they're literally like across the river from each other. But like
you can see them, but
you can see them, but you can't get there. And so I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna get an Uber to go to the correct place. Uber says he's 7 minutes away. It legitimately took 2 hours for the Uber to show up. Like I'm just sitting in the lobby of the wrong hotel. You're so much more patient than 2 hours. I'm calling. I'm like, I might
have swam across the river. I'd be like, I can't take this.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually went and did one time that they weren't showing up. We were trying 2 different phones, both trying to get somebody just spinning. We called a cab and got in a stinky, smoky smelling cab that was not of utmost quality, because it was just this is crazy. You get so reliant on the technology and then it doesn't work. Or we've had the situation too where the driver says they'll be 3 minutes away and they just ghost. I don't know how they're supposed to. They're not supposed to be allowed, I don't know, to do that accordingly. But
I didn't think
they found a better fare, so they just dump you.
I don't know. So a friend told me use Uber and Lyft, right? To try both apps. But the crazy thing is the driver's doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So I think
you see the stickers on their cars. It has
they got both of the little signs on them, and so I think the driver's doing the same thing. I think if the driver is on the app 6 minutes away, but then takes a ride from the other app, he's no longer available in Uber or Lyft or whatever. So it's like a game, because it might not cost you anymore, but they might get more of the money. So depending on which one they take. So I think that's the competing factor for the drivers and for the riders is that you got to basically pick the one that's at the moment giving the driver more money. And it's crazy.
Hey, this is the bonus for the driver. Oh, okay. Thank you for giving me the heads up.
Yeah. Aiden's 30 minutes outside of downtown Pittsburgh. So actually not a terrible place to try and get an Uber. Usually he's on a college campus. But we have the family Uber plan. I always said to all of our kids, we're going to do the family Uber plan. That way, hopefully you can get a ride if you need it, right? I don't want you to be somewhere and think, oh, I can't get a ride. I got to drive or whatever. So we do a family Uber plan. But what happens is, and
you get the alert at 2 in the morning.
I get all of the notifications. It's like so-and-so requested a ride. So-and-so requested a ride. And it's not like, 1 p.m. So it's being used for the way I want it to. I don't want them trying to figure out how to get home. I don't want them driving if they're stuck somewhere. It's not the exact intent, but the number of times that I've seen the
number of times Brian calls for an Uber at 2 a.m. is just you wouldn't believe it.
No, the number of rides that are canceled, it's crazy. I mean, he's like, I know that there's been quite a few times where even in the situation where someone takes the ride and then cancels it, which I don't understand how I thought that was like supposed to like ruin a driver's rating if they were doing stuff like that. But
so Ford, we were in Florida, all of us, my whole family and Cindy for soccer. And so I'm getting off the plane. I set up an Uber. It says it's going to be there. I even paid extra for it to be there in like 7 minutes. So I had no bags, because we're just walking off the plane, walk into the car. And it was a similar situation to what you said in that the plane landed like 1 minute after the rental car closed, but the rental car wasn't at the airport. It was just off the airport. So I couldn't make it. I couldn't get the rental car. So I said, okay, what we're going to do is we'll take an Uber from the airport all the way to the house. And in the morning, I'll get one of our friends to drive me to a different rental car place. And I just rented the car from there. So I get the Uber. We walk outside and all of a sudden it cancels. So I have to redo it, and I'm redoing it. And I have 6 people and some bags. Not a lot of bags because we didn't check any bags.
Right.
And I walk out and it says, the bigger Uber and 6 people. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I said 6 people and 4 bags. And I was like, that's fine because we don't have any checked bags. So yeah, we have bags, but they're all just carry-ons. So it's not the end of the world. And the guy pulls up in like, not an Acadia. Like, I don't remember what it was, but it was not even an Acadia.
Like, it was like an Equinox.
Yeah, like it did. Well, it did have a third row. So maybe it was an Acadia. Maybe it had a third row, but he had stuff. Like he had the whole back down, and like all his gym bags and all stuff were in the back.
So he had the big car. So it was advertised as the large car.
As the large car, and he had the seats all down. It was only 4 seats. It was captain's chairs in the back. And I was like, okay. And he like looked and he was like, whoa, you have 6 people. I was like, your thing says 6 people.
Yeah.
He's like, it's okay. We can make this work. And so he like he flips the seats up, which would have held 6 people, and then puts all his stuff in the back. And then I'm like, but we have our bags. And he was like, oh, all right, we'll just flip this one seat. So he flips one of the 2 back seats down.
Squeeze the.
Now we have 5 people, 5 seats, and 6 people. And really 4 because he flipped down the wider. It was like an even seat.
So he flipped down to the double seat.
He flipped down the double seat because he needed the room. And so then he's like, well, maybe Nora, your youngest could just sit on your wife's lap. And we drove on a highway in Florida for 35 minutes with Nora as the guy, and he was driving quickly. He was not slow. Yeah. And you know me, I'm quick. But I was like, this is beyond unsafe. I knew, Ford, when I got to the house that it was going to be unpleasant when I had to hear about this.
Yeah.
I was like, and everyone was like, how could this happen? And I was like, I don't know. I mean, the app said 6 people and 4 full-size bags.
Well, like Uber in Florida is crazy anyways, because if you take 75 anywhere, they're all driving 100 miles an hour. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter.
Right. And, or they're stuck, just not moving at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Allie and I did that in Florida one time. We did like the scheduled Uber so we could because we had an early flight. So we scheduled the Uber. It worked. He picked us up on time. I think he had been up all night, and he was not the person you wanted driving 100 miles an hour, but he did it anyways. And
you're here though.
Yeah. We're here. And Allie like several times was like, I think ready to like shake him to try and make sure he was awake. You know, like she was like, it was, it was an experience for sure.
Ford, I can go, I'll maybe we sort of close up on this, but I'll go one more. That's a funny one. So Aaron and I went skiing years ago, didn't have any kids yet. So you're talking 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had my old Lincoln Ford and it broke down at very close to Killington. I think it blew those. Remember that was the Ford Motors, the 4.6s. I think. Remember that it had the spark plug and the spark plugs on top. Remember, and they had a problem with that motor where it would blow the piston would blow the spark plug out, and it did that. And so it was a blizzard, and we're like sitting there, and you can't run the car. I'm running the car knowing that it sounds like it's going to explode just so it stays warm. And we call, we have AAA, we call the tow truck. The tow truck guy shows up. He had been working like 36 hours and said it. He was like, I am exhausted. It's been snowing for a day and a half. I've been working for a day and a half. I took this one last run because the guy called and said, like, you guys are stuck and the car's not going to run. And he had to drive through the gap, which is nasty. On a regular day, it's beautiful, but it's a gap. You know what I mean? You're driving through a cut in a mountain and then up over the ridge, and towing the car in a blizzard to our house. And Aaron, we stopped, and Aaron was like, I'll buy whatever you want. And he had like, it wasn't Monsters, it was Red Bulls at that point. But he had like 3 Red Bulls. We bought him 2 packs of cigarettes. Like he was like chain smoking, drinking in the front of this thing. And we were just like, I was like, Aaron's not real religious. I was like praying. I was like, please, just, we got to, this is not, can I just drive the tow truck? Because I'm pretty awake. I feel okay. Maybe I drive the tow truck. And it was, Aaron was like, never again. I was like, all right. Yeah, okay. Hey. So I don't know. So Uber, it's a great service when it works, honestly, but they have maximized the 1099 models.
I've had some really good Uber experiences. So
I've had some really good experiences.
I was going to say the pre-scheduled thing that you were talking about, Brian. I've actually had very good success with that.
Yeah. So
they know they're supposed to be there. They're supposed to be there. All that kind of stuff is good.
And I think,
but just recently, I've really been having some serious struggles with them, like baiting and switching, and then you get drivers that. They used to have like rules of what the cars had to be like, and now like
they didn't seem to have that rule.
Get out and push the car.
It seems to have gotten broader. Gavin just had an Uber the other day. The car was pretty rough, and they're on 476, stuck in traffic, and the Uber driver decides he's got to go to the bathroom. I don't know if I told you guys this or not. But this guy's he's like, sorry, I really got to go to the bathroom, and just pulled over on the shoulder, and then intends to cross 476 to the other side, right? So he wants to go across all like probably roughly 8 lanes because of the exit lane there. He's trying to go across the barricade and 8 lanes of traffic to go to the bathroom in the woods. And Gavin's like, oh, no, just on the shoulder, buddy. Open the door, on the shoulder, pee on the barricade, whatever you got to do.
Whatever you got to do.
Yeah. He's like, I do not want to be stuck on 476 watching you get hit by a car on the other side of the road in your Uber.
Yeah.
So.
My Uber at the PGA was a not new Honda Civic that was reasonably clean.
Sure.
With
I mean, when I used to get in the beginning days, like they had like treats for you. I mean, they like had like, here's want some gum, you want some, mouthwash, you want water bottles.
That is one of my favorites. When you get in an Uber and the guy's got his side hustle set up in there, he's trying to sell you colognes or like
feels like a bathroom at a club.
Something that his like wife makes and sells on Etsy. Like
maybe some hot honey.
That is my favorite because those folks always have a story, right? And so
I like engaging, because Brian and I are like that. Like I don't know how Ford would act. Like I feel like you and I would both be like, let's see what this guy has to say. What's his story?
Right. Yeah.
But that's lately I feel like I have not had that luck.
Yeah. So this is maybe a divergent path off of the Uber a little bit, but I think I still prefer an Uber with a driver than a driverless car picking me up. I haven't done it yet.
Oh yeah, that's a hard
I haven't
pass.
done it yet. I haven't experienced it yet.
Ford, have you done it?
Have you done the driverless?
No.
Yeah. Okay. But I don't want to get in a car with no driver. Like I don't know. I think I'd rather have the guy who...
Unless I got some kind of override control. No, thank you.
It's got to be like the student driver car where you have the brake pedal too.
Well, okay, but you've been on the trains, right? So
yes.
They have, like we've all been on the trains.
Train works for me. The train works for me. Because I don't know.
It goes on a singular track. The's no one else really.
It's on the track. It can, in theory, should only be going one path at a regulated speed.
So you feel safe there.
I do. Yeah, I feel like it's like a roller coaster. I mean, it's not supposed to leave the track.
Yeah.
So
all right, that's fair. I mean, I'm not wildly different than you. It makes me very nervous I've never done it.
And I've seen some of like I'm sure these are the exceptions, but I've seen some of the crazy videos where these like, I don't know what this new like it's called like Wago or something like that. And they're driverless cabs or transportation, but they like are driving through the middle of construction zones. They're like ignoring all of like the things your GPS would normally tell you because there's no one there to like actually make the decision. It just thinks like, oh, that's the road. That's where I'm going. You know, I saw one like, you know, it's who knows, it's probably AI, but it's like driving down like freshly poured concrete. Like, yeah.
You know where it'd be funny to try one of those out? Around Marsh Street. Or is it Marsh, whatever it is down there? Because there's literally roads that show you going straight through the middle of the marsh. Like, well, there's technically a road there. It's like, are you a submersible? Like, where are you going? You cannot get to the other side.
The driverless hovercraft submarine.
The duck boat.
Yes.
I remember working down there. Literally, like, I'd be like, okay, I'm supposed to be on the other side and like driving. Like, literally, you're almost at like a boat ramp. Like, it's just dead ends and the ends of the
well,
thing.
there is a way. There is a
drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to go around the other way.
Army Corps of Engineers has a concrete path that goes underneath the water from one spot to the other. But
you got to hit it fast enough. You just skim right across the top.
There you go. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There it is. Uber.
Uber. So yeah, Uber. Uber actually, I'm glad it exists. It's not always the experience you thought you signed up for. So that's probably way more than anyone needs to hear us talk about Uber. So
hopefully you still come back.
It's a good place to wrap it up. But thanks for joining us today, folks. We hope you got something from this, and we hope you come back for another episode.